He had the worst drifting he had yesterday. He goes in the kitty litter on his first run. Now, if you're Matt Field, I'd kind of pedal back, man. I'd kind of take it easy given what you've seen, but you don't want to give him too much room because then it would be kind of an inactive chase. But looks like Naren's put it together now, but is this too little too late? Matt Field, the beast of the bay, chomping at the bit. Jonathan Naren doing really good right now into that second outside zone, but Matt Field knows he has an advantage. He's gonna keep it close, and there he goes. Nice past that touch and go area, and then in and around that final front flip or chicane. No cones were hit. It's on. Let's send it for the first battle of our 2021 season. Matt Field initiates. That Falcon Tire Drift Cave Corvette comes in tight. Naren overshoots, goes towards the kitty litter, and Matt Field will continue on through the course. And just like that, we see our first victim of the quicksand. Speaking of quick, as he makes his way through, and looks like we will see a yellow flag, but Matt Field does continue on through the course and then shuts it down. So that will be an automatic kind of advantage towards Matt Field, Ryan.
Yeah, I just want to point something out. It's going to be relevant for situations like that. When we have a course that crosses over and drivers are coming back down, if the driver that spun out in the chase position
Tires, Ford Performance Mustang RTR Spec 5D, Field versus Denofa. Field will lead, Denofa will give chase as they come on down the pipe. Woo-wee, that's a sneaky initiation coming into that first inside clip. Here comes Matt Field. Oh, scrubs some speed, but allows Denofa to straighten out. Oh, gains some ground, banging doors. Oh, man. I tell you what, things got a little interesting there. Talking about that smack talking, rubbing is racing. Ryan, I really want to look at this. You saw the attitude of Matt. Here we go, Chelsea Denofa, Matt Field in that chase position. Chelsea initiates, yanking that handbrake quite a bit. Comes in, wow. You talk about that momentum zone. Good aggressive driving by Chelsea. Look at the angle from Denofa. Comes into that second outside zone in that keyhole. Look at that absolute sideways positioning of that BC Racing vehicle, going for gold. Oh my God. Literally, holy cow, where'd they go? First you see them, now you don't. All-American battle. Yo, the old Houdini. Wow. Matt Field will lead. JTP chasing him down. Whoa, little shots fired there. What? That was odd. As look at this, Matt Field composed. Massive angle from him. Justin Pollock regains his composure. And now up the hill into that second outside zone goes Matt Field. JTP taking a bit of a shallower line here. And a hiccup there from Justin Pollock, now coming back down the hill into the touch and go. Now Justin Pollock looks just maybe out of sorts. I don't know what's going on here. The winner going against either Vaughn Gittin Jr. or Eve Meyer. And Pollock slowly crawling out of that start chicane. Justin Pollock, oh, look at that. Tit for tat right as Pollock initiates, so does Field. Field takes a little bit of angle out of it. Now heading up the hill into that first outside zone. Both of them, no major errors. I like how it's going. Good flow, good proximity from Field. He knocks over that inside clip. Now into the touch and go. And Pollock around that final clip, using all of the track, Ryan. Good run from both these guys. Look at the are here. It's a Falcon 1-2. In which order are they going to land? Matt Field, the beast from the bay, initiates. Throwing into that first front clip. Odie Bakshis right there on the back. Oh! Odie Bakshis lunges forward, gets in to the side of Matt Field. You see him go on the opposite side. The accident happens. And the carbon Kevlar body kit lands right in front. Oh, man, we got side skirts, front bumpers. We got it all. That was interesting. How did he go on that side? Odie says, look, I need damage on this side too. Let's just go and throw it on. Chunked, and then capped. I like the shrooms. Here we go. That is Matt Field and Odie Bakshis. Nice job there by Matt Field on initiation, going to that first outside zone. Into the second outside zone. Both these guys are dialed. Rip Rourke ready to go into the keyhole. Around that front clip, out of the keyhole, both these drivers go. Now down into that touch and go, and that final clip. Looks like we got a full pull here, Ryan. Look at that. Oh, just as I say that. Odie Bakshis, last time here of the evening. Odie Bakshis out front, Matt Field sweating them. Look at this. Around that first front clip. Oh man, Matt Field He is a man possessed. Odie Bakshi's filling all that outside zone 1, outside zone 2. Field taking a shallower line, but look at that Field. Oh man, he took a shallower line. He had a correction, exiting out of the keyhole, and then back up the hill. Woo! Matt looked like 2020 Ford Mustang, and Matt Field hunting him down. Vaughn Ginn Jr. initiates, big angle from Vaughn Ginn Jr. Look at that, he's got that back right tire, Ryan, you're pointing out. Did it go flat? I don't know. That thing it looks like he's on rim potentially, but if he finished, he might have debeated, but if he finished, oh boy, and there it goes.
It debeated on initiation, and it's fine in terms of finishing the run because it's the second half of the battle.
Yes.
But obviously it doesn't look like he was able, well, and Matt got really close there too. It can't ever be easy.
No, but I do believe that with that, when he transitioned, because what was that? It's that Odie Bakshi's out front, Matt Field in the chase position. Who's coming out on top? Odie missing some of those carbon Kevlar bits, wraps it around that front clip, gets a little closer, doesn't have that bumper on. And look at this big angle. Matt Field with a big correction.
Oh boy.
And Matt Field, is that considered incomplete? Kind of came out of power, and now coming back down the hill. Guys, is that an incomplete? But the contact, Ryan, I hear you screaming. Let's lay out and listen to the Beast from the Bay. He was pumped, absolutely elated. So let's listen to the Beast from the Bay. There it is, crossing the finish line, making quick work of the course, and unfortunately Beecham not able to. And that Toyota Supra, let's see how Matt Field lets it hang. Olsen, see him working that left foot brake, tapping it. Now transition was clean. Matt Field buried in that smoke. Not the biggest angle there from Matt Field, but he makes it work, not as dramatic or drastic as Simon Olsen did. I think that's a good learning lesson. See how it goes. Matt Field pulled away from Simon Olsen, initiates high in the bank. Simon about 3/4 of the way up that bank. Matt Field rips through, now transitions. Oh, Simon Olsen, not the right line. Goes on the left side, and that might be an incomplete. Was that an incomplete, or was that just tires off? He was way off, huh? Let's take a look at that again. I think he might have even been incomplete. Odie Bakshi's clean start. Let's see how these frenemies throw down. Odie Bakshi's high in the bank. Matt Field, those yellow headlights, getting right to the side of him very quickly, slamming down. All signs are saying Matt Field was the guy to beat in Atlanta. And there goes Odie Bakshi's a lot deeper angle than Matt Field, but still exciting run by the teal and blue frenemies.
Yeah.
Start, no cones hit. Matt Field initiates into the bank. High on the bank, look at that. Mirroring each other, well done by Matt Field, good lead run. Odie Bakshi's watch his transition, he absolutely slayed it earlier, and he does it again. Holy cow, Odie Bakshi's. Can't even say his name right, it's such a good run right now. Odie Bakshi's and Matt Field. That's why these guys, again, they were almost hits them after the finish line. Look at that, thumbs up. Thumbs up from Matt
at the
Field.
beginning does make it quite slippery. Here we go, Jonathan Hurst, second run, taking the lead.
Jonathan Hurst, Matt Field here on the second run of this battle. Jonathan Hurst brings on in. Look at Matt Field getting spicy here, even though it might be a little cold. Jonathan Hurst goes out to that second outside zone. Matt Field coming in shallow. Hurst using all of the course, that Cash Racing G37. Now, like you said, Ryan, you're seeing just little puffs of steam hitting those puddles into that front inside clip. And now in that final outside zone, Jonathan Hurst comes in hot. Oh, look at that. Using all the course goes Jonathan Hurst and Matt Field. Oh, going off course. Little rally bet action. Let's get it more dry, boys. Here we go. Matt Field, Jonathan Hurst. Splashing in the puddles, coming into that first outside zone. Looks like speeds are mildly picking up. Let's see how they handle this coming into that second outside zone. Matt Field, Jonathan Hurst coming in shallow, gaining some confidence. Both these drivers through that second outside zone. Let's see how they handle right here.
Kind of on point with Hurst right here.
That's what I'm saying, right? Let's keep it going. Everybody, cross your fingers, cross your toes. Let's go down. Dry those flows. As Matt Field, Jonathan Hurst leading. Matt Field giving chase. Here we go. Odie going into that first outside zone. Matt Field coming in. Let's see how he handled this. Good proximity from both of them. Oh, look at that. Matt Field giving, absolutely mimicking the angle. Good angle. Nice job from both the Falcon Tire drivers. Wrapping it around that front inside clip. Odie gripping up. You can see him pulling away from Matt Field. Solid job by both these drivers. That could have been the best tandem we've seen in the wet, Ryan. Vision in the wet. Again, seen some dry spots out here. Woo, look at that initiation by Odie Bakshis. Right to the door of Matt Field. Now coming to that second outside zone. You can see Matt Field deep. Odie taking a shallower line. See if he can work it out there. And Odie, great proximity from him. Oh, taking out that front clip. Actually, Matt Field just did nick it with that front left. Oh, man, Matt Field risking it for the biscuit. Nice job by him. And
competition looking strong in that beast of a Viper. Here we go.
All right. Oracle Lighting Dodge Viper coming into that outside zone. Oh, and that looked absolutely. Comes out underneath the Tower of Power. We have these All-American machines coming to that first outside zone. Our second battle of the grade 8. Here goes Matt Field in that second outside zone. Dean Carney, he needs to throw down a solid chase run, and Matt Field, if he keeps it clean, he could have a victory in advancing on to the Final Four. Again, second in points coming to this round of competition, and Carney shuts it down. Field does need to continue through the course in order to get the victory overall, just to solidify, and it looks like that will be the case. So unfortunately for Dean Carney, it stopped raining. That's what happened. It stopped raining, and that was why he lost. His car keeps definitely turning off, so I know he's having some issues. Under the Tower of Power. Let's see what we got. The 4-cylinder hot hatch of Ryan Turk. Of course, the V8 Vet. Woo, look at that. As Matt Field making his presence felt right there on the door of the Corolla hatchback. Ryan Turk using all of the course
I saw some
all
smoke.
the way out to the line, seeing some smoke. Ryan Sage getting some commentary in here as well. Some nice little quips as Ryan Turk has a wide swing around that front clip, and now brings it into that final outer zone and brings it on home. Ryan.
This is very exciting.
I like it. The history here as Ryan Turk was so excited back in the day from 2003 to here to 2021. Matt Field would love to put a stop to that, though. Literally rain on his parade as Matt Field transitions hot and heavy into that second outside zone. Matt Field digging deep. Ryan Turk maybe giving him a little too much room, but now you can see him catching up here. Let's see how he handles that front clip. Ryan Turk just tapping it, knocking it over into that final outside zone. Matt Field really gripping up with those Falcon tires and bringing it across the finish line. Ryan Turk coming on down. Ryan Turk will be leading that come out. Toyota Racing, Toyota Corolla hatchback into that first outside zone. Look at Matt Field, the beast of the bay. The drift cave, head caveman going for it right now.
Not playing games.
Yeah, no, we are not playing games at all. This ain't no video game. This is real life, son. As we come into that front clip. Oh, man, look at that. Massive angle there, and look at that shooting out into that final outer zone. Great composure for both these drivers. I got to tell you, Matt Field really keeping it, holding it down. That was nitrous. Critical hatchback. Angled Matt Field. And this supercharged Corvette throwing it in the outside zone using all the course. Looks like the course is drying out even more. Look at this gripping up into that second outer zone. Both of them 3/4 of the way deep into the outside zone. Matt Field pulling away. Not leaving the judge's hands, and man, look at that. Matt Field had a lot of speed coming out of zone 2, and that might have just shot him out
Well, we saw
Not
the
only-
same
yeah.
thing.
Him.
My
Just
goodness.
a few rounds ago, and here he is, Matt Field, a victory lap for the Falcon Tire Drift Cave Corvette, the Beast from the Bay 777. Your winner here at E-Town, the debut of the purpose-built Drift Coliseum here at Englishtown Raceway Park. Matt Field gets the victory as Chris Forsberg retires and the Falcon Tire smoke gets created. Ryan.
Yeah, Mr. Appropriate Confidence coming.
Here we go. Matt Field throws it in. Dai Yoshihara looks like he was going to attack. Looks like he pedaled it back. And Matt Field, a little bit of wavering there, hangs on the wall for a very, very long time. And it works out for him. Into that second outside zone goes Matt Field and Dai Yoshihara. Now transitioning that last outside zone. Matt Field rides it right on the edge. In the transition, looks like Dai did lose some ground, but still maintained the proximity from the distance of that transition. So a little bit of like, whoa, all right, I'm gonna let you do your thing, and then I'm just gonna tuck back here. Ryan, what are your thoughts? You're gonna come out on top in this scenario, in this duo, in this battle. Dai Yoshihara, Matt Field, going to that first outside zone. Dai Yoshihara shreds that wing. We don't need no stinking wing. Keeps it going as Matt Field looks like he backs off. Might have got a little gun shy there as they transition that second outside zone. Now bringing it through in that last outside zone is Matt Field. Is he a little hurt? You talked about the analogy of a gazelle. Let's take a look here, Ryan, as Matt Field, who might be limping across the line. Let's take a look. Ryan, let's slow it down.
Well, this was a big opportunity for Daijiro Yoshihara to potentially pounce on an opportunity.
Qualifying 20th, and again, that was yesterday in wet conditions. Here we go, that Falcon Tires Drift Cave Borley exhaust Corvette into that first outside zone. He is hungry. Ryan Turk initiates. Not as high as Field. Let's see how they handle this. Big angle there from Field, allowing Ryan Turk to get to door, and Ryan Turk now slows down. He spins out, so another scenario similar to that of Travis Reeder, and Matt Field finishing out his run. And Ryan Turk, unfortunately, with that mistake in the chase position, very similar to that of Reeder. Let's take a look at him to outside zone 2. Definitely playing a role here as we speed things up. Ryan Turk initiates that gum out. Look at this. He is going for it. Live free or die. That's the motto of his home state of New Hampshire. Transitioning back in that second outside zone.
Lark has really got to pour it on here in the top 32, excuse me, in the top 16. Turk pushing too hard through outside zone 2. Coming through this last section, he knows he just needs to kind of stay within relative proximity. He's going to get the win, move on to the Great 8, and he does just that.
Yeah, and the Dozer trying to take him down. Matt Field initiates. Dylan Hughes right there. Backs off a little bit, has to make a correction. But Matt Field, great posture there, and Dylan Hughes a major correction. Coming off that bank. Now out of that second outside zone into the third outside zone. Looks like Dylan has found his sweet spot. And Matt Field, even just a bit sweeter there all the way through the entirety. What do you got? The Permatex BMW initiates. And Matt Field right there. Dylan, great angle. Solid initiation. Oh, and we got a tap. Let's see how he handles that, manages it, no problem. Into that second outside zone. Taking that love tap. Look at that, continuing on. A great effort from both these guys, an effort and a delivery. Stand and deliver and bring it across that finish line. Ryan, we've seen a lot of contact, and that was run up there. He knows he's got some horsepower on deck. Here we go, boys. This should be one for the ages here at Lake Erie Speedway. Look at that, Chelsea Denofa nosing in, not mimicking that angle, but definitely has the proximity. Let's see how he handles it coming that second outside zone. Matt Field dives in, Chelsea Denofa mirroring him right there. Nice little glancing across the nose of Chelsea Denofa and bringing around that last and final outside zone. Woo-wee! Told you it's going to be a good one. They keep it clean. Everything is above the belt. Well done from Field and Denofa. Over kind of get all these different analytics. So here we go. Chelsea Denofa out front. Matt Field in chase position. Oh, buddy. Matt Field goes for it. Chelsea Denofa looking a lot more settled, more angle, but Field, watch this. He's going to come in here on the second. Oh, and there was the crease playing another role, and he's really deep in that smoke. Matt Field way offline as Denofa continues through the course. Oh, and Matt Field, man, That was the largest role that Crease played up until this point, Ryan. Here we go. Rad Dan Burkett, Rad Industries, Gear Wrench, Toyota Supra, Matt Field, the Beast from the Bay, piling that Falcon Tires, Grip Cage, Orla Exhaust, Corvette. Rad Dan Burkett thrown in bigger angle there than Matt Field, but does have, as they said, emulating that tire line. The burnout trail coming down now into the power alley, into that second outside zone. Matt Field bathing in the smoke once again. Bat the Body Works as into that front clip. Now that final outside zone. Here goes Brad Dan Burkett. Great composure for both the drivers. Matt Field almost getting, almost looping it there, coming out of drift. But a great execution by both the drivers, Ryan.
Well, we have to remember Matt Field has.
Looks like we do. Here we go. And running. Matt Field into that outside zone. Dan Burkett giving him a little bit of inches, but really mimicking the height on the bank as Dan Burkett leaves it on the line, hanging out to dry. Into that third outside zone. Dan Burkett forgoes that third outside zone. Tight to that front clip. Nice job by Field and Burkett. Oh, Dan. Almost getting into that wall. Kettlebell swings. And now some smoky swings into that first outside zone, chasing down Dan Burkett. Rad Industries, Gear Wrench, Toyota Supra. Rad Dan, good angle from him. Matt Field, you can see mimicking, getting into that tire trail. Now coming down, massive. Look at the proximity and the angle. He is shadowing everywhere he goes. How's he gonna handle that? Boom. So you can see that. He had to compromise with his transition of Dan in front of Matt Field. He lost that third outside zone, but he was really close to him on that bank. He got right into that tire trail.
If you're trying to make an impression about your chasing skills, I don't know that you can do it better.
Now I think Matt Field's really going to turn it up. He does not like leave it in the judge's hands. He's really going to flex, and here we go. But Dan Burkett, he is on one here this weekend. And look at this big angle. Oh, and Dan Burkett looks like he might have gotten to the wall and caused him to go down, but regardless, Matt Field, he needs to continue on through this line. If he continues doing at this pace, it is going to be our current points leader, Matt Field, the Beast of the Bay, advancing on. Can you feel that? Yep, that's the heat wave crossing that finish line. That Falcon Tires, Drift Cave, Borla Exhaust, Corvette with that Vortex Supercharger, Matt Field. So unfortunately, Dan Burkett taking himself out a little bit there. Vaughn Kitten Jr. and Matt Field, this is a barn burner. Here we go, Jason Dienda. Let's see who comes out on top. Vaughn Kitten Jr., Matt Field. Matt Field gets to the side, an All-American battle. This is a battle of the All-American muscle, and Vaughn Kitten Jr. leading. Matt Field, the Beast of the Bay, making his presence felt. Down into the power alley, literally and figuratively, 16 cylinders, toe-to-toe, wheel-to-wheel. Falcon to Nitto. Past that front clip, and now in that final outside zone. Come on, Seattle. Woo! Insane. What? Holy cow, if there was a table, I'd flip it over right now.
There are levels to this game.
It leveled up so hard right now. That was bonkers.
There are levels to this game.
Woo!
Matt Field just took
New set of tires for both.
New set of tires for both. Matt Field gets the grip, shoots away from Vaughn Kitten Jr. Both of them have a brand new set of respective tires, Falcons and Nittos. Matt Field a little bit higher. Vaughn Kitten Jr. takes some angle out of it to gain proximity and goes on him. Here going down into that power alley. Vaughn Kitten Jr. lunging forward like a fencing match here in the Olympics. Now bringing into that front clip. There goes Matt Field. Now transitioning into that final outside zone. Who's going to come out on top? Ryan. Woo! There we go.
Championship of Forsberg has looked awesome. Here we go.
That's right. What's he going to do to Chris Forsberg? But Forsberg just took down Osbo. Here goes Chris Forsberg leading the NOS Energy Drink. Nissan 370Z. Matt Field right there. Really mimicking the height on that bank. Now coming into the power alley. Big angle from Forsberg. Transitioning. Nasty transition. That snap into that third outer zone was absolutely disgusting in a great way. Sick. Bad meaning good, not bad meaning bad. That was nasty. Woo! He had a great second run. Here we go. Forsberg, NOS entering Nissan 370Z. On GT tire, here we go. Going into that first outside zone. Matt Field quickly gets to the side of the Nissan. The Drift Cave, Head Caveman, Beast from the Bay. Both of them high and tight. Now into that power alley. Can't even see Matt Field. Into that second outside zone. Forsberg gets out there. Matt Field does have proximity. Fails to get out to the third outside zone. Transitions in. Forsberg, a little bit of a hiccup. We saw that little disruption by Forsberg, but Field, it allowed him to get close. Send it! Here we go. Ryan Turk, Matt Field. The gun out, Toyota Racing, Toyota Corolla hatchback. Slingshotting away. Oh, Matt Field spins out. Matt Field spins out, and Ryan Turk continues on as he needs to. Ryan Turk does need to complete the run in order to have the advantage. He had the lead run. What happened to Matt Field? He's been absolutely poised. He wasn't even part of the equation when Ryan Turk initiated. You wonder what happened. Also, no competition timeout for Matt Field. He used it earlier when he damaged his wheel. Ryan, what do you think?
That was honestly the first mistake that Matt Field has made all day. But it's a
$500 part. Regardless, Matt Field is at a major disadvantage right now. So Ryan Turk, I have to assume he's still going to apply the pressure, but not like he's going for just an absolute wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. Here we go. Matt Field goes into that outside zone. Number 1, Ryan Turk. You can see lacking a little bit of angle, maybe playing it safe. I don't consider this an inactive chase at any point, as Ryan Turk now, he misses outside zone 3. Again, major mistake. Incomplete, 1 scored run, 2 scored runs. Matt Field brings it into that final outside zone and crosses that finish line. Family and friends cheering him on as well. And here we go. In his first outside zone, bring it all the way in. Matt Field. See where Carnage lands. Comes out of that smoke screen, right there, right to the side of Matt Field. Great execution, both of them just tapping that inside clip. Matt Field just right on the edge of the course into that final outside zone. Matt Field digs deep. Unfortunately, Dean Carnage does not get out there. So the vet run. Let's see inside the cockpit, let that handbrake go. You see him 1-2. Oh no, what is going on there? That got very, very interesting. And what? Let's go and continue on with this battle. That was very interesting as Dean Carney comes out of the chute. That Oracle Lighting Dodge Viper punting that inside clip out of the way. And Dean Carney dragging the wall, coming into that last outside zone. Looks like they almost alternate positions there. Field, Falcon tires, the drift cave, head caveman. Nasty snap into that outside zone. Vortex supercharger winding it up into that second outside zone. Kazuya Taguchi, look at him jump right to the side. And into that third outside zone, Kazuya, the up garage ISR, 86, doesn't get all the way out there, and then just barely does towards the, and here we go. Matt Field lets go that handbrake, ready to throw down. Kazuya Taguchi out front. Matt Field in the chase position. Look at that right there. There goes Matt Field, sticking it to the door of that 86. Now transition, letting him go just a little bit, allow him to transition now in that third outside zone. Wow, Kazuya Taguchi barely just gets into the dirt at the end of the outside zone. And then both of them get into the outside zone 4. So Matt Field taking a lot of momentum from Seattle. I tell you what, I mean, him and Vaughn.
Yeah,
so it definitely did show up in practice battles where they were going for it. Here we go. Let's send it, fellas. Let's see if we can repeat what happened in Seattle. Matt Field, Vaughn Gittin Jr. Matt Field initiates that first outside zone. Vaughn Gittin Jr. right there. Now transition. You see Vaughn Gittin Jr. pedal back just a little bit, giving a little bit of balancing room there. Coming to that third outside zone. You can see the Ford Mustang of Vaughn trying to get a little bit closer here. Now transitioning to that final outside zone. Matt Field doesn't get all the way out to the outside zone 4. And again, probably difficult to see, but now you're going off muscle. And now here goes Vaughn Gittin Jr. into that first outside zone. And there we go as Matt Field goes in that second outside. Oh! And there it is. So that very well could have caused that. And that was what they were scared of. So he dives in. Vaughn Gittin Jr. continues the rest of this run. And Matt Field goes into the wall. And such a bummer. And I mean, that's you feel it's something. He needed like 3 more minutes. I believe he had the part, right?
Well, it's the battle that could have been was not really given to us because Matt
like
had
the progressive Taguchi that we've seen in qualifying had to go grab one of those final 6 spots, 7 spots, as Matt Field now comes in, using all the course, gets out of the touch and go. But nice, good, even keel here. Nice angle from Matt Field. Kazuya Taguchi has to drop back and then up garage ISR 86. Now wrapping around that final front clip. As Osbo, Chelsea Denofa, Ryan Turk, they're all watching on. Kazuya Taguchi initiates. Touch and go. Let's see how Taguchi handles it. How does Field? Taguchi slaps the base big time. Wall to wall by Taguchi. Matt Field. This is no pushover. Kazuya Taguchi finishes strong. Formula Drift fans. That Matt Field comes out swinging, out of the chicane into, let's see how he handles that. Touch and go. Really deep, nice done. Into that first outside zone, in the zone. Really deep goes Matt Field once again. Vaughn Gittin Jr. tracking him down, and both of them wrapping nicely around the inside clip. So Ryan, we saw, earlier, another Falcon Tire vehicle, that of JTP, going deep. I don't think this was as deep as Ryan. Who's gonna step up? Matt Field initiates. Vaughn Gittin Jr. in the chase position. Getting out that touch and go, and that was a nice little smooch. Into that second outside zone. Field dragging bumper. Woo, look at that. You can see Vaughn Gittin Jr., nice little pass. When I say pass, yesterday here in California, maybe even bigger than a 4 on the Richter scale. Vaughn Gittin Jr. initiating. Oh, Matt Field spins. What happened? Oh, wow, look at that, he broke. And look at this, Vaughn Gittin Jr. Oh, look at that front left. You're gonna need that. Where we're going, we don't need no roads.
Looks like it happens right on or right before initiation. And that's just a broken part.
Oh, what a bummer for Matt Field. That is,
it was in the smoke line, so if you weren't watching that section of the vehicle, you might have missed it. But I mean, obviously that is.
Man, that looks like he aired out. Travis Reeder will lead. Matt Field will give chase. And Travis Reeder, Link Engine Management, BMW. Both of them LSs. Oh, look at Matt Field. Quickly gets to the side of him. Wow, he is not gonna back down. Here comes Reeder, pass it inside clip. Matt Field, that Falcon Tires, Boyle Exhaust Drip Cave Corvette, absolutely going ham right now. If he's gonna win it, he's gonna get it done. The beasts of the bay, the claws and the teeth are showing here at Irwindale. Woo!
I think
by providing services and financial assistance. So again, shout out to Matt Field. Here we go. Falcon Tires, the beast of the bay out front. Travis Reeder, the Grim Reeder. Here we go. Matt Field throws it in. Travis Reeder. Now coming down the pipe. Travis Reeder transitioning. Tracy down. Matt Field. Oh, we got contact. The front bumper's taken off. Matt Field continues on. No bumper, no foul. Past that second inside clip. Approaching that final outside zone. Ryan. Matt Field. Couple more turns. Woo! Make some noise, Irwindale. Oh, doctor. What a battle. We got the classic Mustang versus Corvette. JTP versus Matt Field. Again, Matt Field. Oh, look at it. Oh, big hit. And Justin Pollock. And here we are this deep in the 16, Ryan, and I'm very surprised. This is the first incident we've seen into the wall. Still alive. Let's lay out, listen to the beast from the bay, Matt Field. These two, second and third in the hunt for the championship. They're gunning for Frederick Osbo. Coming to this round, first place, number one qualifier, and now Denofa and Field, two of the gentlemen that turn it up to 11 all the time. This is going to be a barn burner. This very well could be the battle of the night. Fighting for the championship, bragging rights. Here we go. Denofa and Matt Field, tip to tail. Go to that first outside zone. Denofa throws some angle at it. Taps the wall. Matt Field slides into position. Right there's a dogfight. Past that inside clip goes Denofa. Now in that second outside zone goes Denofa. Now Field. And into that second front clip. Field has the proximity, not exactly the angle, and falls back a little bit there. And Field shores up a little bit as they cross that field. Matt Field initiates, right, chasing him down. Look at that angle for both these guys. Having a blast as Odie Bakshi's past that front clip. And now into that second outside zone. I mean, they're looking like two teal and blue shadows. Oh, that Field, shots fired, a correction there. Now, Ryan, was the contact made due to dropping the RPMs and dropping the speed? What was your knee jerk?
Specific tire themselves, but usually these guys do not want to get iced on them.
All right, here we go. So Matt Field with that deficit, he's going to try to throw down a gangster run. And Matt Field throws it in. Nice job by Field. Odie Bakshi's all up in the mix. The frenemies right now, looks like Odie Bakshi's getting a little out of line, and now contact was made. Odie applying the pressure, banging on the door of Field. If you want to knock, I'll knock, says Odie Bakshi's. Now to that final outside zone. And Ryan, we saw Odie tap him.
That's a very dangerous game that Odie's playing there.
He was flirting with disaster.
Given